right, good evening everybody. It's Sunday night, which means we are live here with the Diehard Racing League's JMR Outdoors American Hero Hunt Cup Series, where tonight the drivers are going to take on the newly repaved surface. Yes, iRacing has finally given us that, even though it's the same track. Looks the same and everything, it just drives differently, but we are in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, or as Mike likes to refer to it, it should be a parking lot because he hates this track. We're sitting right around 30 seconds to go here in practice. Looking at the times right now, fastest on the board, we have the 21 of Jason DeVries with a 50.753, followed by the 38 of James Mullins with a 50.826. The 10 of Todd Cray in third with a 50.901. The 4 of Caleb Thompson with a 59.41. The 75 of Robert Barris with a 59.62. And then that'll be it for the 50-second lap times. So the top 5 able to turn 50-second laps here. As we see the checkered state coming out, we will advance into qualifying. As always, these guys do have 10 minutes to get their laps down here, and as always, we have the U.S. Army Marching Band on standby for the national anthem, so we're going to go ahead and let things switch over here, get the drivers out, as we see the 4 of Caleb Thompson making his way out on the track, as well as the 76 of Josh Jones, rocking the series sponsor car there in the JMR Outdoors Chevy SS, which supposedly here in June with the next upcoming build, we'll be saying goodbye to the SS and hello to the ZL1 Camaro, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but all I know is I'm tired of seeing that old body style, so maybe what we see in the Xfinity series would be a better change for the Cup cars. We see tonight's Xfinity race winner there, the 28 of Ab Nowinski. He actually put on a clinic there. He led a lot of laps, and it came down to exactly what tonight's going to come down to. These guys are in an overcast server versus what we ran, but the same thing is going to come into play. It's going to be pit strategy and who can go the longest on tires, saving them while maintaining track position. That's exactly how tonight is going to play out. I don't think we're going to see a lot of passing going on unless they can get it done on the straightaways, seeing how with the new surface, even though it looks just like the old one except for the dotted line down there on the inside there and the addition of the wall there, inside wall in turn 2, this track handles a lot different. The cars used to be deadly loose off of turn 3, and on the long run they would get snappy loose off of turn 1, and we'd always see drivers nail the wall coming off there. Now it is tight all the way around the track, so you got to back your braking points up, change your brake bias. There's a lot of things that these guys, if they haven't put in a ton of laps throughout the week or maybe just in practice, it's going to come down to experience as well. We see the 76 there. That's the one thing you got to watch, and the one thing that we were using actually to our advantage is using that yellow line down there. If you get the left sides of the Xfinity car down on the apron, it'll actually help turn the car. You get the Cup car down there, and we saw what happened there as Josh went into a 4-wheel slide. He was able to correct it though, but it is going to adversely affect his time this time around. Looking at the early times on the board right now, the 21 of Jason DeVries with a 50.634, followed by the 38 of James Mullins with a 57.50. Robert Barris in the 75 with a 58.85. 28 of Adam Nowinski with a 51.030, and then the 10 of Todd Cray with a 51.032. So 0.02 of a second separating fourth and fifth right now. Now as we continue, we were watching the 76 there. He's currently being scored in 9th, and right now the 22 of Joshua Stewart in 10th. take a look. We can see the 77 of Seth Schultz. He's on track there in the Fight Cancer Ford Fusion. See what Seth can turn for a lap time here as he's now officially on the clock. I think the other big thing that we're going to be talking about too as well with these cars here, we didn't see it in the Xfinity. As we see him brush the wall there, that is going to null and void that time, so he's going to stop and gather it back up and make another attempt. But we didn't see it in the Xfinity race, but I think here in the Cup race, we're going to see the drivers, as the tires start to wear on, downshifting in both 1 and 3 here. So that's another thing that's going to play into it. If you downshift too early, you have the possibility of snapping the rear end loose and bringing it around. But given the way these guys have been running all through practice here, I think we're going to be in for a lengthy green flag run here. As he's going to make his way around, this I think will be counted as a timed lap. Now he still has to make another lap here since that other one was a null and void lap. They did good that time, not getting a little piece of the wall there off of turn 2, so as he heads off into turn 3 and then the famous what turn 4. Let's see what he scores at the line. That will be good for third spot as he was able to run a 58.44. So you can hear right there, he was downshifting in turn 1. Now, while these guys are finishing up their qualifying runs here and getting some additional laps in under practice here, we're going to go ahead and bring out the U.S. Army Marching Band for tonight's national anthem. So everybody, please rise, remove your hats as we bring you the anthem. All right, stand-up job as always by the U.S. Army Marching Band. That's why we keep them on standby, because they do such an amazing job. As we wait for qualifying to end here, the drivers are obviously all sitting down there and probably getting the pre-race speech as always per diem. I'm going to go ahead and run through the top 10 here, and coming in with the pole will be the 21 of Jason DeVries, followed by the 38 of James Mullins, the 77 of Seth Schultz third, 75 of Robert Barris fourth, 28 of Adam Nowinski fifth, Todd Cray in the 10 sixth, Caleb Thompson in the 4 seventh, Eric Mickey in the 99 eighth, Kyle Clenworth in the 30 ninth, and rounding out the top 10 will be the 76 of Joshua Jones. We've got an 18 car field here tonight, so as we wait for the session to advance, we will get you tonight's official starting lineup. Now, in case you guys missed it last night, we were not able to make it for Cyber's race at Daytona 07, which might have been a little bit of a blessing in disguise because I was busy doing stuff, and after the race was over, their Facebook page lit up, and probably was a good thing that we weren't there. And as you can see here now with the new Pocono, they have everybody lined up as they do in real life. So that is going to bring us in tonight's starting lineup. Once again, with the pole, the 21 of Jason DeVries with a 50.634. Starting to his outside will be the 38 of James Mullins with a 57.50. Rolling off third will be the 77 of Seth Schultz with a 58.44. Starting to his outside will be the 75 of Robert Barris with a 58.85. Your fifth place starter tonight will be the 28 of Adam Nowinski with a 51.030. The 10 of Todd Cray will be on his outside. Once again, these guys have only 0.02 of a second separating each other with a 51.032. So we take a look a little bit further back. Rolling off seventh will be the 4 of Caleb Thompson with a 51.059. The 99 of Eric Mickey will be rolling off eighth with a 51.065. Ninth place goes to the 30 of Kyle Clenworth with a 51.069. The 76 of Josh Jones will round up the top 10 with a 51.169. Starting in 11th will be the 22 of Joshua Stewart with a 51.181. The 84 of Brad Speidel. Good to see him back in the league. He hasn't been around in a while, so great to see him back with us. He will be starting from 12th with a 51.308. The 16 of Elliott Butler will roll off from 13th with a 51.397. The 96 of Josh Gallagher will start from 14th with a 51.420. Starting in 15th spot, we have the 15 of Nolan Neiman with a 51.7 flat. Rolling off 16th will be the 87 of Sean Bradley, who did not lay down a qual time, as well as the 95 of Caleb Finn, the 56 of Christian DeBoer, and that is going to round out the field as we see these guys taking off from pit road here. They're going to do it single file, and then they will line up on the track, so it's kind of cool that iRacing actually did that. As we see the drivers taking to the track here, we're going to be less than a lap away from getting this race started here. Once again, the 21 of Jason DeVries will lead us to the start. As always, they have 0 quick repairs. The initial start is on green flag. After that, leader has lane choice and can go when they want to. If you're just joining us now live from the iRacing portal, welcome to the Diehard Racing League's JMR Outdoors American Hero Hunt Cup Series here at Pocono tonight. We are, I believe this is, I think the 11th or 12th week already almost in the season. It's going by a lot faster than I thought it was going to. But tonight is going to be a great race here. We've got a lot of fast drivers, and this is going to be the first time a lot of them have driven on the newly paved surface, as we are on the new Pocono repave that iRacing did not too long ago. Now, as the pace car makes its way through turn 3 here, it's going to dip down pit road, and the 21 of DeVries is going to lead us here to the start of the race. It's going to be interesting to see what these drivers do here in the opening laps. Are they going to take it easy, or are we going to see a lot of passes being made? Because this is one tough track to pass at. Pace car is in.
Green, 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 green.
Green flag is out. We are underway. As you guys can see, we have 70 laps to go here tonight, so that is a long way to go around this track. They go off into turn 1 for the first time. We're going to see a little bit of 3 wide already here between the 28 of Adam Nowinski, the 75 of Robert Bears, and the 38 of James Mullins. They quickly get that sorted out. Now we see the 10 of Todd Cray, the 28 of Adam Nowinski, the 4 of Caleb Thompson, the 22 of Joshua Stewart. A lot of drivers trying to make it work there on the inside line. Now we see the 99 of Eric Mickey. He's going to do the crossover here coming into 3. You see the 4 of Caleb Thompson still trying to march up on the inside. He's got the 30 of Kyle Clenworth. He's now going to drop down to the bottom here. As they come to complete lap 1, everybody's going to make it through in one piece. Now, we are watching right around 7th position. This is between the 30 of Clenworth and the 28 of Nowinski. Kyle getting the spot there, so that'll drop Adam back to 8th, as we got a battle going on between Elliott Butler and Josh Jones there. Now, with the 4 of Caleb Thompson, as they head off into turn 2. Josh easily able to pick up both of those spots, so that will move him up to 9th position. As they come off of turn 3, we can still see the 16 of Elliott Butler and the 15 of Nolan Neiman on the inside here as they get the run down the front stretch. There in the background, we see the 56 of Christian DeBoer, or the 96 of Josh Gallagher, and the 95 of Caleb Finn. And I know we were only 3 laps in, but looking at the ticker up there, there's just under an 0.8 of a second lead already by the 21 of Jason DeVries over the 77 of Seth Schultz. As we continue to monitor this battle here in the back, it's focused right around the 16 of Elliott Butler, sitting in 10th position. Now we're going to go back and we're going to look as we see the 22 of Joshua Stewart and the 15 of Nolan Neiman. They looked like they were going to get a little bit of a run there on the 4 of Caleb Thompson, but Caleb able to hold them off that time by. Oh,
Caution's out, caution's out.
Adam was able to keep that car under control, but since he broke the plane there, it looks like we might have had a little bit of contact between the 76, so we're going to go ahead and rewind it and take a look at it. But great job by the 28 of Adam Nowinski keeping that race car under control. All right, so we're going to take a look at it here from Adam's point of view. You see the 76 right behind him. Yep, he just gets right into him there, but Adam able to get that car back under control and load up without doing any serious damage to it. See, we can take a look there. You can see he's got a little bit of a wedgie there. The TV panel's pushed in just a hair, and there's going to be a little bit of corresponding nose damage to the 76 of Joshua Jones. Let's go ahead and take a look from the rear chase, and you can see he does have a little bit of a seam split there on the hood, and he's managed to rub off some of the Chevrolet lettering there, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Too bad he couldn't rub the bow tie off as well, but managed to keep both cars damage minimalized here, so definitely we'll probably see, I don't know, Mike, what do you think we're going to see? Are we going to see the lead guys come in here? We know we're going to see the 76 and the 28 come in and try and get that little bit of damage done, but what about the lead pack?
I think with 5 laps in, you're probably still going to see everyone come down. You know, it's not a bad idea. You know how this league notoriously has green flag runs, so why not top it off? That gives you that extra 5 laps and see where you go from there.
Well, we're going to find out as the pace car is entering turn 3. Let's see what the field has in store for us. Are they going to stay out or are they going to pit? And you were dead on with the play call. We're going to have everybody coming down pit road. I can't remember if they changed it or not, but the pit road entrance, right as they came off of turn 3 right there, as soon as you see the pit wall, the cone is right there. I didn't know that during the Xfinity race because I remember the old Pocono was pushed back a little bit, so I got a speeding ticket. But these drivers were able to do it, and it looks like the only driver who stayed out would be the 4 of Caleb Thompson, so that will inherit the race lead over to Caleb, but I don't know if that's going to be to his benefit or if that's going to hurt him more than it's going to help him, as the rest of the field is down on pit road. And it looks like the 75 of Robert Barris winning the race off of pit road there. That was definitely going to be a 2-tire stop.
Yeah, that's a good call by Robert. That gives him the track position, which is huge here. You know the 21 is super strong. I mean, you qualify a 10th best, and then everyone else, you're just going for it. Robert's a very intelligent person. He's very smart with strategy. And 5 laps on your left side tires, why not just take rights?
With it being this early on, you could pretty much, the world is your oyster. Now, if this was further on in the race, then it'd be a no-brainer to take 4 tires. But I tried the 2-tire. I think a lot of the drivers tried the 2-tire stop during the Xfinity race, and it did not work well for them. I had it all set for right sides only, but then I realized how tight the car was actually getting, so I quickly changed it right before I hit my box and took 4, and it definitely showed because I picked up 4 positions over the remainder of the race, seeing how we went green flag the entire way. Granted, it was only a 40-lap race. We've got 30 additional laps. I stayed out, I think, 4 or 5 laps when everybody pitted on lap 20, led a few of them, and came in and was able to salvage some positions. But I think we might actually have to call the National Weather Service, because it does look like we might have a severe thunderstorm that's brewing there back behind turn 3. So we see the lights on the pace car are out. Caleb opting to take the outside line. He did not pit. So to give a quick recap, well, not a quick recap, because we're at a big track here where we actually have time to talk and be able to work it out. With the outside line for the restart of the race here, the 4 of Caleb Thompson to his inside. We will have the 75 of Robert Barris. 3rd goes to the 10 of Todd Cray. Jason DeVries in the 21, 4th. 77 of Seth Schultz, 5th. The 30 of Kyle Clenworth, 6th. Elliott Butler in the 16, 7th. The 76 of Josh Jones, 8th. The 38 of James Mullins, 9th. And Eric Mickey in the 99 is going to round out the top 10 as the pace car heads off into turn 2. Now, they're going down the infamous Long Pond straightaway right now. And you know, the one thing that I noticed the most about this is turn 2 used to be notorious. They used to have a hump there for the tunnel turn. That's gone now. It's completely flat, but you also have to change your racing line. If you're used to running the old way where you got to anticipate the bump, that's not how it plays out anymore. So you literally have to back up, change your apex, and you can pretty much drive that car right down to the rumble strips and then float it out to the wall. But once again, the 4 of Caleb Thompson is going to lead us to the restart. He opted for the outside line, and he will control the start of the race here as the pace car dives off. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Let's see how long Caleb can hold on before the 75 of Robert Barris tries to run him down. They dive off into turn 1. It looks like the inside line is going to prevail. And the 75 got loose, and they're going to come down the apron. We see the 30 of Kyle Clenworth down there. Now the 75 of Robert Barris having to move all over the place. So Kyle restarting inside the top 5. That's going to drop him all the way back to 17th position after that. But we got to give him some style points because he didn't catch some sick air right there.
Yeah, I've never seen a Gen 6 jump like that.
Unless we were at Bathurst.
Yeah, unintentional.
As meanwhile, Caleb has been passed by the 10 of Todd Cray, so hand the lead over to the 10 as they sail off into turn 1 here. Right now we've got the 77 of Seth Schultz on the back bumper of the 75 of Robert Barris. We see the 16 of Elliott Butler has managed to get around the 21 of Jason DeVries. Behind him, we see the 38 of James Mullins, the 99 of Eric Mickey. Now we see the 84 of Brad Spidle looking to the inside of the 76 of Joshua Jones as they come to turn 2 here. And as we look at the tight fought battle up here, see the 75, he's going to look to the inside here coming into turn 1. 77's going to opt to go with him along with the 21, so Caleb's already lost 2 spots to make that 3. As Jason should be able to get the run coming down here into turn 2. Now we see the 16 of Elliott Butler. He's going to tuck down there and try and make it another spot. We also see now the 99 of Eric Mickey. The Butler able to clear. Now we're going to see the 99. We've also got the 38 and the 76. As they come down the straightaway, it's going to be a drag race to the line. They're going to be door to door as they go into turn 1 here. Let's see if Caleb can hang on or if he's going to lose another spot. He will do so to the 99, so that'll drop Caleb now back to 7. So that's proof right there that only 5 laps on your tires makes a world of difference.
Yeah, 5 laps doesn't sound like much, but when you're going into turn 1, you're doing 207, 208, 209 miles an hour. That's beating up those tires pretty quick.
Right now we're going to focus on the front 3, that being the 10 of Todd Cray, the 75 of Robert Barris, the 77 of Seth Schultz, and now the 21 of Jason DeVries as he came into the picture right there. It looked like Seth had the move almost planned on the 75, and then out of nowhere, here comes the 21 Miller genuine draft car. As they come off of 1, you can see Robert right tucked in behind the 10. Robert's going to try and utilize that draft as they head down Long Pond straightaway once again here to see if thought maybe he might have peeked the nose in there, but he's going to stay behind, and that's going to allow the 77 to stay tucked in close behind the 75 here. I know we saw it during the Xfinity race, but I want to see if we're going to end up seeing it here, especially the front straightaway, if we're going to see a lot of the drivers start breaking the draft here. With the speeds that they're running, the amount of brake that you have to put going into the corner here, let's pull up, let's see, let's pull up the driver drop down here. Let's watch the speed and the RPM. And now we've got the 21 of Jason DeVries as he's about to try and make the pass on the 77, and he's going to do so heading through turn 2 here, so that will give Jason back 3rd position. As they go through turn 3 once again, I'm curious, I want to see what the speed is here on this 21 machine as they barrel into turn 1. Now, he does have draft from the 77. Let's see what they hit as they make it down to turn 1. Already at 200. 206, 207, 208 was what it peaked out that time. But things starting to stabilize out here a little bit as we are 14 laps in to the 70 lap race here. You see our front four here kind of branched out just a little bit from 5th place, but it does look like the 99 of Eric Mickey is starting to reel them in just a little bit. As we go to the most exciting, of course, it's going to focus right back on 21 and 77 battle here. Looks like we might have had the 38 get a little piece of the wall there. Let's go back there and take a little bit of a look. Take a look at that right front, and it's clear to see that 38 did make some contact, and it looks like he's got a little bit of rear end damage too, so he might have had a little bit of contact with the 4 of Caleb Thompson. So it looks like the 38 had a little bit of assistance there making it to the wall. Doesn't look like it's going to be anything that's going to be too detrimental to hurt the speed of the car. As long as he didn't do any damage to the steering or suspension components on that Ford Fusion, he should be in decent shape here still. Right now he's still holding on to 8th spot. And now we focus back towards the front 5 here. We see the 99 of Eric Mickey. He has made it up the back bumper, and we see the 21 has made it around the 77. So we can see several different lines being run there. So we see the 99 going very high into the corner that time off of turn 1. He's going to lose some time, and it looks like he might have just barely sniffed that wall a little bit. So we see the 77. He has the momentum down the backstretch. He was able to clear the 75 of Robert Barris, and now Eric able to get back up to the bumper of the 75. These guys are still going to be slugging it out for positions here. We look back at the battle here. It's a 3-way battle. The 75 of Robert Barris down on the rumble strips as they come off of turn 3. That'll allow the 99 of Mickey to get around the 75 of Robert Barris. That'll put him back to 5th spot. Eric up to 4th, Seth 3rd, Jason the 2nd, and the 10 of Todd Cray still out front leading it with a 6/10 of a second gap right now. As we are 18 laps in, and now we see the 77 wash up a little bit out of turn 1. That's going to allow the 99 by, and it's more than likely going to give the 75 a little bit of a run here as they haul it down into turn 2 here. Oh, as we see the 99 get a piece of the wall there, so that's going to, oh, as we see the 75 of Robert Barris pinch off the 77 there. That's going to give Robert the spot. We saw a little bit of a wiggle there out of the 75, but both the 77 and 75 able to clear the 99 as he did clip the wall just a little bit. So we see exactly what I was talking about there. We just caught the end of it there. Todd Cray in the 10 doing a little bit of draft braking down the front stretch as the 21 of Jason DeVries is right on his back bumper.
Yeah, I think Todd knows Jason's coming. Not much you can do. You're going to do whatever you can to try to keep as much speed out of that 21 car as you can.
I don't know if it's just iRacing or if it's just the way that these guys have the brake bias dialed in these cars. I'm seeing a lot of these cars twitching going into the corner, which would tell me that they've got a lot of rear brake dialed into these machines. So as they come off of turn 3 again, let's see, there goes Todd again. He's dropping down to try and break the draft. Jason not too worried about it. He's going to just follow around. They got plenty of room because there's a 1.2 second gap back. So we got to spin off of turn 3. It's not going to bring the caution out as he went down below the racing surface. Have to check it out and see who it was. That'd be the 95 of Caleb Finn. So let's back it up and take a look and see what happened there. Apparently it was not the 95 because this is him coming off of pit road. I know I did see a car completely sideways. We saw the smoke coming off of turn 3. In the meantime, we'll go back to the lead battle here. And we found who it was. It was the 15 of Nolan Neiman. So let's go ahead and try and sneak back to that as we see the pass being made right now for 8th position as the 22 of Joshua Stewart was able to get around the 76 of Josh Jones. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick look back at the 15 after we look at the battle for the lead here. They come off 4. Jason had a bit of a run, now he had to back off, so Todd once again breaking that draft here. As we see several drivers fanning out trying to break the draft as they come off of turn 3. And it does appear we have our first retiree of the race. That will be the 15 of Nolan Neiman. We're going to try and back it up and see if we can get a little glimpse of what happened there. Apparently it will not since he has left the race, so. Right now we have got a battle for 4th spot here between the 77 and the 75 as they come off of turn 3. It is now 48 laps to go here at Pocono International, whatever the heck it is. We got a 3-way battle. Looks like it's going to be shaping up here between the 75, the 77, and the 99 now. Now we see the 99 of Eric Mickey. He's glued to the back bumper of the 77. What we're seeing here is 3 different driving styles. And I do believe, well, we know for a fact that 2 of them aren't direct drivers. We see the 99 of Eric Mickey. He is going to be coming down pit road for his first, I guess this is his first scheduled green flag pit stop. Meanwhile, as we go back here, we take a look at 7th position. That is the 76 of Joshua Jones. Behind him, we see the 84 of Brad Speidel and the 4 of Caleb Thompson as Caleb is able to clear. So that will give Caleb 8th position. Behind Brad, we see the 16 of Elliott Butler. As once again, we've got a battle up front for the lead. The 21 of DeVries to the inside as they come off of turn 3. Is he going to be able to stick it this time? Not able to do so, so he's going to tuck in once again behind the 10 as once again we see the draft dodging being another factor. As we see the 16 of Elliott Butler making his way down pit road for his first scheduled green flag stop here. right, let's see what Jason can do this time around, because last time we saw him on the inside. This time it doesn't look like he's gonna have anything for the 10. If we look back at 8th place, we see the 4 of Caleb Thompson trying to reel in the 76 of Josh Jones to snag 7th position away. It's interesting to watch the tailpipes popping here, because you can definitely tell that different drivers have different braking points here. As Caleb looks to the inside as they go down the end of Long Pond in the 2, he will get the spot, so they'll move the 4 up to 7th position. Now we see the 76. Looks like he's going to try for the crossover as they head off into turn 3 here. Josh down there on the rumble strips. That is going to slow the car up just a little bit, as we see he's not going to be able to complete the pass. So Caleb will be able to hang on to 7th position. Now, we did see that in the Xfinity race as well. I know a couple times I got down on the rumble strips. It did help to loosen the car up, but it does really slow down the corner exit. Go back up front again as we're looking at the 21. He's going to dip to the inside on turn 3. Doesn't look like he's going to get the run. Jason is throwing everything but the kitchen sink at it so far. Right now, Todd Cray able to hold on to the lead as that time by. That is his 20th lap led. Jason with 4. The 4 of Caleb Thompson with 3. Those were under pace conditions. Now, Todd, if you guys have tuned in throughout the season or previous seasons, or if you're new to the channel here, Todd has real-world racing background. He has run the old Busch cars, but usually his tracks, and he'll be the first to admit, he's a lot better at the shorter tracks, but you wouldn't know it with him leading 20 laps, as right now the 21 of Jason DeVries is finally able to clear the 10 of Todd Cray, so hand the lead over to the 21 of Jason DeVries. This will be 42 laps to go as they cross the line. Looks like we saw a little bit of smoke there. It looks like somebody might have looped it a little bit and had to save us. We do see a slow car. That's the 16 of Elliott Butler. Let's back up and see if he did in fact get a little bit out of control there. And there he was. He was completely off. Let's take a look here. This is going to be off of. He's coming off turn 3 here. Watch as he comes down into turn 1. This will be where we're going to see what happened here. And my guess is he's going to eat the apron, because that's going to turn the cars. And this is all meanwhile while the leader is directly behind him. And that's all it takes is he did. He clips the apron there. He gets the car sideways, completely sideways, locks it down. He's able to straighten the car out. He was far enough ahead of the leaders that it did not throw the caution flag here. We can hear some of the drivers now starting to downshift in turn 3. We look right now at 8th position. Now we're going to go back to the battle for the lead here between the 10 of Todd Cray and the 21 of Jason DeVries. We also see that white and pink 77 of Seth Schultz sneaking his way into the picture here. The front 3 here have distanced themselves from fourth position, which would be the 75 of Robert Barris. And now, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the 77 is now downshifting in turn one as we see the 21 breaking the draft there down Long Pond. We're gonna ride on board with the 77 so you guys can catch it here. So we are on board with the 77. You can hear it right there. Third. And there's fourth gear. Oh, Todd get a piece of the wall right there. That's gonna give second spot over to the 77 to Seth Schultz. That was a very interesting camera angle to catch it from. But if I'm not mistaken, that right rear came up off the ground, so that was a pretty hard hit for the 10 of Todd Cray. But we're gonna focus on him for a second here, and we're gonna take a look and see what the damage is on that 10 machine. We're gonna look at it from rear chase. You can see he's got some significant damage there to the right front fender of the 10. As he did get a pretty good piece of it there coming off of turn 3. Don't know if it's really going to affect too much speed-wise, unless once again he might have done some suspension or steering damage to that 10 machine, but you can hear the 10 now also downshifting. So while these guys are continuing to battle it out here within the front four, it's now broken up into two groups, first and second, and third and fourth. The 21 of Jason DeVries back out front, the 77 of Seth Schultz. Second, the 10 of Todd Gray, we see right there in third, and the 75 of Robert Barris, fourth. We see now the 95 of Caleb Finn and the 84 of Brad Speidel. That is not for position. Brad is currently being scored in 10th spot. Behind him, the 30 of Kyle Clenworth. That will be for position as Kyle is being scored in 11th spot. If we look back front, we see the 10 of Todd Cray making his way down pit road right now for undoubtedly some damage repair. As now we've got a battle heating up here for the lead between the 77 and the 21. Set to the inside of DeVries as they go into turn one. Seth with the drive off the corner. He is going to get it down Long Pond as he's able to clear the 21, so hand the race lead over to the 77 of Seth Schultz. Now, that move right there wasn't given. Seth earned that one. He drove the wheels off of that thing going up into turn one.
Yeah, you gotta really wonder with that 21 machine how much he used up his tires battling with that 10 of Todd Cray.
I think you hit the nail on the head right there. The amount of time that Jason was behind Todd and how hard they were both driving the cars. I think Seth was just sitting back letting them do that. He was just playing cat and mouse with them, and he was able to save his tires enough to where once he got in striking distance of the 21, he was easily able to make that power move that we saw there and take the race lead. We see the 84 of Brad Speidel heavily tore up on the right side. He was making his way down pit road. We see a lot of sliding there though off of turn 2 by the 77. That might open the door back up for the 21 of Jason DeVries. We can see he's got some right front fender damage to that 21 machine as well, but he's going to look to the inside here as they come off of turn 3. Not able to do it, so I'm going to have to rule with you on it that Jason did use up a little bit more of his tires than he wanted to, battling it out with the 10 of Todd Cray. But we all know, anybody who's ever raced with Jason knows that he has only one mode. That's either all or nothing. Right now, that one car that we saw in the front, that is the 30 of Kyle Clenworth. He will be the first victim to go a lap down by the 77 or possibly the 21, as these guys are still very close. 30 had just now come off pit road, so he should be able to walk away from them as he is on fresh tires. The 77 and the 21. Last time they were on pit road was lap 5. And I think the thing that we can note here out of the front two here, the 77 is running a clean machine, and as I noted before, the 21 of Jason DeVries, you can see a little bit of right front damage there. The hood's flared up a little bit, and you can see the fender wrinkled in there. As now Seth has been able to open up a half a second gap over Jason. And now we see the 22 of Joshua Stewart as he's trying to set his sights on 3rd position, as he's trying to gun down the 75 of Robert Barris. Josh, if you guys remember, he started tonight in 11th. He's up to 4th position, as now he's going to come down pit road for his scheduled green flag stop here. So I think now we're going to start seeing a lot of our top 10 drivers coming in here for service. We've also got the 76 of Josh Jones on pit road as well. So both Joshes down on pit road right now for their scheduled green flags. We've also got the 28 of Adam Nowinski on pit road. The 77 of Seth Schultz, he's also on pit road too. So the race lead has now been handed back over to the 21 of Jason DeVries. See the 77 down and away, the 22 down and away. See the left side's up on the 28, the 76 down and away, and now Adam down and away. So we see the 75 Robert Barris. He is going to make his way down pit road here. We saw him trying to get that car woed up and avoid a speeding penalty. Now we're going to look out front here at the 21. How long is Jason willing to stay out there? So right now he does have a 3.4 second lead over the 38 of James Mullins, as we can see there in the background. Now if I were a betting man, I'd say Jason would be coming down within the next couple laps, because I did notice that there is a little bit of right rear damage as well to that 21 machine. It's not as bad, but it's on the behind the tire on the right rear quarter panel. It's just pinched in a little bit. Here we go, leader pit road. So that, provided the 38 does not come down, that will hand the race lead over to the 38 of James Mullins, but 38 of James Mullins is going to make his way down pit road as well. So, as well as the 56 of Christian DeBoer. 99 of Eric Mickey. He will, in turn, now be our race leader as he hauls it off into turn 1 here. We saw Eric earlier catch a piece of the wall coming off of turn 1. Take a look here at 10 of Todd Cray here. We get a good look there at the 99 machine as he makes his way. He's still got a little bit of right front damage, but I think that's about as far as they're gonna fix it. That, or he opted for, as soon as the jack dropped, that he was going to go ahead and go down. Now, the interesting thing to note is the gap between the race leader who we're watching right now. It's a 7.9 second deficit back to the 10 of Todd Gray, who made his way around the 77 of Seth Schultz just now. Meanwhile, up front, or not up front, but right now we see the 21 of Jason DeVries as he's trying to work over the 30 of Kyle Glenworth. That is for 6th position. not able to do so. Contact between the two. Around goes the 30.
Caution's out.
That will
Caution's
bring out a
out there.
caution. That's going to level the playing field here. So that is definitely going to level the playing field as we are now working our second caution of the race. We're going to go ahead and take a look back and see what happened there. It looks like it was just minor contact between the 21 and the 30. We're going to back it up just a little bit here. And this is going to be coming off of the front stretch into turn 1. See Jason right now trying to work him over. We see the 30 trying to draft dodge here. And I think that might be what causes it. This is through turn 2. Now they're going to head on the short shoe here. We see Jason looking to the inside. Now to the outside, the 30. Looks like the 30 just came up into the 21 there. And unfortunately for the 31, he goes around. So as we see, the race leader has caught up to the pace car. The field's going to gather in tow behind them. Let's see if they're going to come. Oh, it's not going to be an if. That's an obvious one right here. We're more than likely going to see everybody come down, top off with Sunoco race fuel, and this is the only thing that might be a variable. Are we going to see four tires unanimously or right sides only?
Tell you what, that's a great break for the 99. He was on a different pit strategy than everyone else, and I think he was 14 laps on older tires than everyone else, so he'll be able to come down. He'll get 4. Maybe he'll win the race up.
And we all know that whatever the race leader does is probably going to dictate what the rest of the lead lap cars are going to do. Now we can see the 84 of Brad Speidel in the mix. He is not for position. So if the leaders do come down here, Brad will get, I do believe, the lucky dog on this one. So leaders are going to come down and pit. The 84 of Brad Speidel will be the lucky dog. Let's branch it out to a high view here so we can see the lead lap drivers coming down as we see the 96 of Josh Gallagher, the 56 of Christian DeBoer. They're going to stay out because they have to. They can't pit on the same lap as the lead pack here as we see everybody coming down. Be interesting to see who wins the battle off of pit road as we see the 38 a little bit sideways in his box there. That's going to make it a little bit difficult getting out because he's going to have to lock the tires to the right side. As now, oh, there's a huge mistake there. He was too far right. He's got to back up and refire off as we see the 21 still sitting in his box. I think that right there is going to be the first speeding ticket issued by iRacing there. Right now we are looking at the 95 of Caleb Finn and the 56 of Christian DeBoer, both of those cars being scored on the tail end of the lead lap as they are out in front of the leader. If they do not pit, when we get 1 to green, they will get the iRacing wave by, or the free pass. So once again, if you're just joining us now live from the iRacing portal, we are live here with the Diehard Racing League's JMR Outdoors American Hero Hunt Cup Series at Pocono. If you're just now tuning in, you picked the right time to do it as we are under 30 laps to go here. And everybody now in the lead pack is on fresh tires. As we see the 95 of Caleb Finn, he is going to come down pit road. The 56 is going to opt to stay out and get the free pass here as when things cycle over. Actually, no, it's showing the 56 as the race leader. So there we go. The 56 is not a lap car. He is, in fact, the race leader. Now, the 56 was on a completely different pit strategy, and I do believe he pitted only a few laps before that caution came out. So we did see what happened though the last time somebody stayed out with about 5 or 6 laps. They got their lunch money taken and beat up a little bit, but it's going to come down to the 56 getting the restart of his life because everybody behind him is on fresh Goodyear Eagles, and we might see caution number 3. So DeBoer pitted last on lap 40, and we're on lap 44, so this is pretty much almost a carbon copy of what we saw earlier with the 4 of Caleb Thompson. They had 5 laps on their tires when the caution came out. Caleb opted to stay out, and he ended up going from lead to the tail end of the top 10. Let's see what the 56 can do, because he's got the 75 of Robert Barris, the 99 of Eric Mickey, the 10 of Todd Cray. Just those 3 cars alone behind me would be enough to scare me into wanting to come down pit road and take some tires and see if I can just salvage it. But we'll know once the pace car turns his lights off. We'll see which lane he decides to take, because he will be in control of the restart here. So once again, big game changer here, the late race caution coming out. Everybody had just about finished their green flag pit stops, and the caution flag flew, so now everybody has been leveled out. Lights on the pace car are out. The 56 is opting for the outside line. So restarting with the race lead will be the 56 of Christian DeBoer. Restarting second will be the 75 of Robert Barris, followed by the 99 of Eric Mickey, the 10 of Todd Cray, the 4 of Caleb Thompson, the 22 of Joshua Stewart, the 16 of Elliott Butler, the 77 of Seth Schultz, the 30 of Kyle Clenworth, and the 28 of Adam Nowinski. Now we see the 56 has opted to go with the inside line, which I think I would have rather stuck with the outside. But who knows? We'll see. Maybe he's just going to get out of the way of these guys and let them run. He might have just been out there to score some bonus points for leading the lap. But as the pace car makes its way down into turn, I believe this is off a long pond going into 2 here. Yep, they are making their way out of turn 2. As soon as they come out of turn 3, the pace car will duck down pit road. 56 of Christian DeBoer will lead us into the restart zone, and we will get this race underway with 24 laps remaining here at Pocono. And next week we will be live once again at 7:15 p.m. Central Time as we head to Michigan International Speedway with, as always on Sunday nights, the Diehard Racing League as they will get ready to go. But in the meantime, pace car is going to dip down.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. We are back underway. Good jump there by the 56. But let's see how long he can hold on to it. Is it going to be the same thing as what we saw last time? And we see Jason is wasting no time as he was 3 wide there on the start. Meanwhile, back up front, we're going to look and see how long the 56 can hold on. As right now we got the 99 of Eric Mickey to the inside of the 10 of Todd Gray. Now we see the 22 of Joshua Stewart. He's going to try and make the move off of turn 2. As now the 75 is going to look as well as the 99 as they head off into 3. Robert with the advantage. And there's 2 spots easily down. 10 of Todd Cray making it around. Now door to door, we see a little bit of contact there off of turn 3, but he's able to hold off the 22 of Stewart. So we've got the 30 of Clenworth to the inside of Thompson as they go into turn 1 here. Behind them, the 77 of Seth Schultz. Do not count out that black and yellow 21 machine of Jason DeVries by any means. right now we see Clenworth still to the inside of Thompson as they go through turn 2 here. Now we see the 21, 3 wide between the 21, the 16, and the 30. As now we've got a gaggle of cars here. The 21, the 30, the 16, they're gonna go 3 wide on the front stretch here. The 38, the 28, and the 77. Jason fighting to overcome that speeding penalty that he got coming down pit road that last time. He has managed to make his way back inside the top 10. He's currently being scored in 9th as he's trying to take 8th away from Elliott Butler in the 16. Behind him, we can see the 28 of Adam Nowinski, 38 of James Mullins, and the 30 of Kyle Clenworth. And we're looking at 9th on back right here. Take a look here at the 4 of Caleb Thompson. As it looked like he was going to try and put the move on the 22 of Stewart there, but that's going to open the door up for the 77 of Seth Schultz. Meanwhile, we saw the 30 of Clenworth get around the 28 of Nowinski, as well as now the 38 of Mullins. He's going to look to the inside and get the spot as they go into turn 2 here. So from the restart, we got to say that the 56 of Christian DeBoer, he's only dropped back to 4th position. He's able to hold his own right now against these guys that have fresh tires, but right now we see the 4 and the 22 and the 77, they are all drafting together here, so they're going to catch the 56 as he goes wide. We got the 77 to the inside of the 4 as well as the 22. It looked like he was going to try and make the move on the 56, but now we see the 16 of Elliott Butler. He's going to sneak to the inside as they head off of Long Pond into turn 2. Now also the 21 of Jason DeVries as well as the 30 of Clenworth. They're all going to make their way around the 4 of Caleb Thompson. Now we see the 38 of Mullins as Caleb seems to be dropping like a rock, as well as the 16 of Butler now as they're 3 wide coming off of turn 3. Butler into the wall a little bit. That's going to slow him down. As we look now, Jason has gained another couple spots. He's gone from 9th up to 7th here. Meanwhile, we look at the battle going on between the 38 and the 30, as well as the 4 and the 28. Caleb looking to the inside. He gets a little bit loose there going through turn 2. Is he still trying to gather it up? Great. Oh, is he still going around? Hasn't brought out a caution yet. No caution. I do want to go back and I want to see that entire save though, because that's got to be one incredible piece of driving by the 4. So we're going to back it up, and here is the replay. We're going to see Caleb look to the inside. This is where Caleb gets loose on entry to 2. We see it looks like a little bit of contact, almost contact with the 96 and the 16, and Caleb locks it down. Was able to keep it straight enough to where the caution will not fly. But now we're looking once again at 7th and up as we see the 21 of DeVries trying to make the move 3 wide. The 21, the 77 as they blast past the 56 of DeBoer. Now Mullins is going to be the next one to try and make the move on the 56ers. Now we got the 21 to the inside of the 77. Not going to happen, but Jason has made his way now up to 6th. He is still trying to fight back from that speeding penalties. We're going to see the 38 to the inside of the 56 here as they go into turn 1. but we're going way to the high side. That's going to open the door up and easily let the 38 by. As now that'll also open the door for the 30 and the 28. We're going to look up a little bit closer towards the front here. This is the battle for second spot between the 10 of Todd Cray and the 99 of Eric Mickey. Now we're getting down to the wire. It's going to be 16 laps here. As we can see, the 56 to the inside of the 30. Looks like the 30 and the 28 are going to be able to make the outside work. At least the 30 was able to make it work. The 28 right now. Now we've got the pass here between the 77 and the 22. That will move Seth up to 4th and Stewart back to 5th. Jason still holding on to 6th spot right now, as now we see Stewart trying to rally back on the inside as they go through turn 3 here. Not able to do it. Seth not breaking the draft down the front stretch here. But once again, Seth now up to the high line. We have the 21 right on the back bumper of the 22. Now we see the crossover coming into play by the 38 of Mullins here. He's able to make the pass around the 21 of DeVries on Long Pond as they barrel down into turn 2. That will move Jason back to 7th, as now Mullins is going to look to try and set his sights on the 22 of Stewart, as he's going to look to the inside as they go into turn 3 here. As well as the 21 of DeVries. He's going to get right up to the back bumper of that 38 machine. Utilize the draft here, as it looks like the 38 might have been shifting there, as now DeVries is going to try, it looked like he was going to try and split 3 wide, but he's going to hang on, and who knows, it looked like he's going to peek down there, but he's going to stay behind, as the 22 is going to have to be stuck there to the high side. That should allow the 21 to get by as they come down Long Pond once again. Looking out front, it's a 1.2 second gap back from the 75 of Robert Barris to the 99 of Eric Mickey. Now we're looking right now at 5th position. And it looks almost like the 22 of Stewart is trying to see if he can get something to go on the 21 of DeVries here. So we're almost to 10 laps to go here. We're going to look up here at the 77 and the 10 here. This will be for 3rd spot if Seth can get around the 10 of Todd Cray. As they come off of turn 3, we see a little bit of a bobble there off of the 10, as he was trying to avoid sliding out there and hitting that wall, but that's going to open up to the 38 of Mullins on the outside here. Seth's going to dive it down in low, see if he can get a little bit of a run going here on the 10. Not able to do so, but he can recharge that run here as they head down Long Pond. Now Mullins helping with the draft. We might see a 1-2 as Seth tries to make the move. We should see the 38 of Mullins try to go with him. Now this is 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here. As we can see the 10 of Todd Cray going high there through turn 3. That will allow the 38 and the 77 to get by. So hand third spot over the 77 as now we see the 38. He's not done. He's going to the inside as now we see the 21 of DeVries. He's going to look to the inside of the 10 of Todd Cray. So they're going to be 2 by 2 as they head off. But Seth goes wide off into turn 1. That's going to give the 38 the spot. As we saw the 10 trying to rally back on the outside, he's going to dip in and get a little bit of the draft there off of the 21 of DeVries as they head down into turn 2. And interesting thing to note, the 38 of Mullins is downshifting in all 3 corners here. So we're looking at 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 6th, and 7th. So we see a little bit of a side slide there out of the 10 off 3 that time by. It'll now be 10 laps to go here. Right now the 38 of Mullins being scored as the fastest car on the track. So maybe downshifting in every turn is the ticket right here as he's able to pull away a little bit from the 77 as he's trying to set his sights on the 99. That will be for 2nd position right now. Barris out front with a 2.1 second gap over the 99. Come to the line this time. Looks like everybody's kind of distancing out, but the one thing that we see is that 38 is now right on the back bumper of the 99. So he's going to look to the inside. They go into turn 1. He's wisely going to back off, stay in the draft, maintain it, because he's got all of Long Pond straightaway here to go ahead and make the move. As he's going to duck low. The 77 is committed to go with him, as well as the 21 as they're going to start shifting it up. These guys are almost as bad as Cyber. The minute I say something, they do the exact opposite to contradict me. Is right now they're going to be double file coming off of turn 2. The 38 not able to make the pass, but that's going to stack things up a little bit here between the 21 and the 77. Now the 77, a little bit of, looks like arrow push. The 38 is now going to drop 2 spots as the 77 and the 21 are both able to clear him. So that'll put Seth up to 3rd, but now he's going to come under fire. And we might be 3 wide here coming off of turn 1 as the 38 of Mullins fires back with a power move off of turn 1. He's able to get back by the 21 of DeVries. Now, Mike, this is like no holds bar fighting here, but they're doing it clean. This is absolutely the thing that we take pride with Diehard here is once again now we see the 21. He's going to look back to the inside of the 38. Can't count the 22 of Stewart out here as well as he gets down on the rumble strips, but this is what we are best known for and what we take pride in is how hard these guys race, but most notably how clean they do it.
Yeah, you said it perfect there. I mean, these guys have a lot of respect for each other. They race each other hard. You see in practice, these guys race each other hard and they play around, but they're always clean. It's amazing the skill that these guys have. It's a ton of fun to watch.
And folks, if you want to join in on this action, we're always looking for more talented drivers out there. So we do have 2 series. We run a truck and Xfinity series. So if you've got a lot of seat time with either the camera, ooh, so you see the 10 Todd Craig get a hard piece of the wall there off of turn 2 there. If you're good with the truck or the Xfinity series, go to our league page on the iRacing forum and feel free to apply there, as well as the Cup series as well. We're looking for drivers in both series as we see the 38 of James Mullins get a little piece of the wall off of turn 3 there onto the front stretch. So now we see the 21 of DeVries door to door with the 77 of Schultz. As it's now 6 laps to go. Jason is going to try and get a 2-fer here as now the 22 of Stewart's in the mix. Ooh, almost a little bit of contact there. Stewart backs off, but that's going to allow the 21 of DeVries around Mullins. So that will put DeVries up to third, and Schultz now back to fifth, as Mullins is going to hang on to fourth, as now the 21 is going to try and set his sights on the 99 of Mickey, as it will be 5 laps to go this time by. And once again, we can't count the 38 out, as he's going to look to the inside of the 21 once again as they come to turn 3 here. And right now, Robert just walking away with it now, the gap growing to a 3.4 second deficit, now 3.5 seconds back on that 99 machine. As next time by, it'll be 4 laps to go, but all the focus of attention is right here, is almost contact between the 38 and the 21. Mullins gonna take third spot back from the 21. Now the 21's gonna possibly come under fire here by the 77 as they come down Long Pond into turn 2. The gap is staying right around 3.2 to 3.5 seconds here. As long as Robert doesn't make a mistake, he's pretty much in the clear here. What we're going to be watching for is who's going to be taking second and third. As right now Mullins is trying to make the move. He's on the inside of the 99 of Mickey as they come down the front stretch into turn 1. Does he have the momentum and the tires to carry it? As now the 21's going to try and fill the hole as well. The 38 is able to clear, so move Mullins up to second, and now DeVries, he's going to look to the inside as well as the 77 of Schultz as they come down Long Pond here. As they come off of turn 2, the 21 of DeVries still door to door. Can the 99 hold on as we see the 38 completely sideways coming off of turn 3 as he's going to lose all his momentum. Everything that he worked for right there, he is going to lose that as the 99 of Eric Mickey is going to re-inherit second spot, but he is under fire right now by the 21 of DeVries. Now, the 21 is tonight's pole sitter as now he has cleared the 99. He's going to try and use the draft with the 77 and bring Seth with him as he has cleared the 99. So put Jason back to second spot as right now the battle is going to be between the 77, the 99, the 22, and the 38. As now Mickey is under fire by the 77 of Seth Schultz. The 22 is Stewart. And let's see if the 38 can rally back from that massive side slide off of turn 3. It'll be 2 laps to go. So next time by, we will be seeing the white flag. Once again, Robert Barris with a 4-second lead over the field. Right now, we are literally watching the battle for fourth spot here, as it's pretty much almost determined unless the 21 of the 77 makes a mistake, as the 99 gets a piece of the wall there. That's going to open it up for the 38 of Mullins to try and take a spot away from Eric. Our top 3 is pretty much decided unless the 77 or the 21 make a mistake here, as they have less than 2 laps to go as contact between the 38 and the 99. This is the battle for 5th position here between the 38 and the 99. We can see the significant hood pop there on the left side of that 99 machine as he gets a little piece of the wall there coming off before. White flag is out. 1 more lap around Pocono, and I'll be glad to say it that we will not have to see it for a while. I do believe we come back here a second time in the season, but I'll be glad to put this one in the books here. We're going to take a look up here. This is second spot. We can see 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th back there. Adam Nowinski in the 28 being scored in 7th. The 8th spot going to the 10 of Todd Cray. So we saw a lot of battling earlier on between the 21 of DeVries and the 10 of Cray. He has now fallen back to the 8th spot as they come off of turn 3 for the final time. The checkered flag is out. Your race winner will be the 75 of Robert Barris. 21 of Jason DeVries will bring it home second, and the 77 of Seth Schultz third. And that will make it back-to-back wins for the 75 machine of Robert Barris, as he is last week's race winner. So now we've got our top 3 in the books here. We're going to go ahead and get these guys down into the holding tank and get the interviews underway. All right, we are going to bring our third place finisher, the 77 of Seth Schultz, up into the booth here. All right, Seth, we saw it all night long. You guys were slugging it out, especially there in the final laps. You brought it home third. How tired are your arms?
Oh, my arms are fine, but I am sweaty. That was some fun racing.
I think that was the highlight of the race right there. We saw a lot of draft dodging. We saw a lot of contact between cars, but everybody managed to keep everything squared up. It was some great heads-up racing there, and I honestly believe that late race caution with, I think it was 26 to go, kind of leveled the playing field, and we saw who was able to manage the tires and who burned them up.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, Eric, James, Jason, Robert, I mean, it allowed Robert to get away from us, but, you know, even Joshua got in there in the mix at the end, and I didn't see who else was back there, but that's the kind of racing that I really enjoy, and I think everybody was happy with it. I mean, it definitely made up for the long, maybe if it got boring there in the middle, it kind of seemed like it to me, but it, hopefully that made up for it.
Oh, trust me, it doesn't matter if you guys are single file for 100 laps. Me and Mike will find something interesting to talk about.
10-4.
But you brought her home third. What's your take as we move forward next week to Michigan?
I think I'm hoping we have some more racing like this except for all race long. I mean, I think, you know, I'm not sure how many people really like the Pocono. I mean, we had 17. Rodney was 6, so he wasn't able to make it. But, other than that, Michigan should be a little better than this race. Probably some more packs. You probably have a couple, 2 or 3 different packs. Hopefully one big one. I don't know, our biggest race ever there was 28 people, so hopefully we can repeat that again.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on the third. Who do you want to thank?
I gotta thank JR Outdoor. My TV speak is being crazy here. Anyways, yeah, I want to thank JMR Outdoor Hero Hunt. You guys for broadcasting. Everybody that shows up for the league week in and week out and puts on a good race like we did tonight. I'm not sure what happened with the cautions, but that was besides the point. The end of the race made up for it. So look forward to Michigan.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on the third, and we will see you next week at Michigan.
All right, man. Sounds good.
That was our third place finisher, the 77 of Seth Schultz. Now we will bring in our second place finisher, the 21 of Jason DeVries. All right, Jason, tell me, how was it battling Todd for all those laps for the lead?
It was pretty fun. I didn't realize that third gear was that viable, and I just couldn't get around off the corner. He did a great job holding me off, and I had to try to figure out how to use third gear in the race. I didn't practice that, and I learned that it was pretty darn effective come race time.
Now, all we have is a little birdie telling us, but did you get a speeding ticket on pit road during that last caution?
No, I was like 6 or so, and I had about 20 seconds of damage, so I figured I could come out 6th, and I was probably down a couple miles an hour on the straightaways, or try to pit and come through the field, and I thought that was my best chance of winning, so that's why I did it.
Well, the effort definitely paid off as you restarted in the tail end of the top 10 and you drove the wheels off of that 21 Miller Genuine Draft car. You brought her home in second. Is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting the show on week in, week out. JMR Outdoors, American Hero Hunt, our title sponsor, Seth for all the countless hours, and everyone who showed up tonight. This was one of the best races of the year, in my opinion.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on the second, and we will see you next week at Michigan.
Thanks, Art.
That was our second place finisher, the 21 of Jason DeVries. Now we're going to move on to the race winner, the 75 of Robert Barrett. All right, Robert, you managed to do it. Back-to-back wins. It's got to be a great feeling.
Well, that's awesome, man. It's been a heck of a week. Follow up the 2 wins at Charlotte. Got a win at Pocono. Sandwich that in. We got adopted ourselves a little kitten a few days ago. So it's been a pretty good week.
All right, now I've got to ask. I drove in the Xfinity race earlier, and I could tell the difference between old Pocono and new Pocono. How much different was this racing surface versus the one that we all knew from the several years that we ran it?
It's obviously a lot smoother, and because it's smoother, it's I don't want to say it's easier to drive, but you definitely need to drive it differently. You kind of have to force yourself to have patience because it still will chew through tires, especially right fronts. It seemed like it was really being hard on. I don't know what stage of the repave they scanned and based this on, since Pocono was repaved, I think in 2011, and we just now got the repave scan. So I don't know if it's that pavement or if it's a pavement from last year. It's worn out some, or even if it maybe was just the setup. But if you weren't patient with it, it would chew right fronts, and that was really what was hurting me the most. I tried kind of early on through pit strategy to get out to the lead and control the restart, get clean air, and I'm not sure what happened with Caleb. Where he stayed in the lead and I was second on the inside and about jumped the whole field there, and that was good. That gave me kind of a lesson of what not to do, and we were able to repeat that strategy again at that last caution, and this time we were able to get the clean air and set sail, and I let him have the pretty good battle, I think, for second through fifth.
It definitely was a heated battle from second on back, most notably who is going to be bringing it home for the last interview position. But I think you hit the nail on the head. As far as the repave, the track looks the same. I think what they did is they just messed with the setup and they did take away some of the bumps. But the coolest feature that we found, and I'm sure every driver that started tonight's race or anybody that's run any of the official races this week, they actually start the cars like they do in the real life race now. They're backed up against the outside pit lane and you start single file and then get out on the track, which I didn't know that until we jumped in the Xfinity race, which kind of blew my mind. And that's a cool little feature that iRacing has thrown in there now that is something that we look forward to when we return to Pocono later in the season.
Yeah, I had heard about it through the forum postings that there was something weird with the gridding that we hadn't seen before. So I was kind of prepared for it, but I hadn't run any races yet myself until our league race here. But I think that's really neat. I don't remember them announcing anything about that kind of gridding. I don't know, maybe that's a offshoot of the dirt work that they were doing, because I know they had to do a little bit different gridding structure to do that, and also for some of the road course stuff where they're doing point to point. So that's, I think, just an example of they do improvements that may not directly affect, or at least seem like they directly affect the discipline of racing that you're doing, but all this stuff crosses over. We saw with the dirt and all the stuff they do with moisture and the dynamic tracks. Hopefully, pretty soon we're going to be getting some dynamic weather, dynamic sky, so we can maybe get a 24/7 cycle, and we have races like last week at Charlotte, starting the day and end at night. That'll be a whole different game, because just from watching it, it'll look more real, and from a competitor standpoint, the track will change, and you'll have to make your adjustments. Especially with us, because we weren't picked setup, you're kind of limited, and so it'll be interesting to see how that changes stuff.
Now, with back-to-back wins in the books, how are you feeling about next week when we roll back to Michigan Speedway again?
I don't know. I've had okay runs at Michigan. I don't know that I've ever won a league race there, but I also have not had too many incidents. I don't know if I've ever had an incident there, so we'll just have to see how it goes. We've got the week 13 build coming up on Tuesday, so my understanding is they're going to do some geometry change suspension on these cars, and so that'll probably change the feel a little bit. So we'll probably have to get into some NIS practice and see how it plays out. But I think it'll be fun. It'll be a good way to cap off before we get that Father's Day break that we got coming up.
Well, congratulations on not only tonight's race win, but the back-to-back ones. With that being said, who would you like to thank?
First off, everybody who came out to race the league, and everybody who kind of just puts into the league their time or their effort or just shows up the race. Anybody who was viewing us, you guys for putting that broadcast on so they could view us. American Hero Hunt for helping us pay the bills it takes to put this stuff on, and then just finding my wife. She's like I said, we adopted ourselves a little 8-week-old kitten named Salem, and so now we're back at 5. That on a Sunday evening she's got to feed him all by herself.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on the back-to-back wins, and hopefully you can make it a 3 for next week when we move on to Michigan. All right, before we get into tonight's final results, you got any final words, Mike?
That was just great. That was great racing to watch. I mean, the top 6 guys there were just it was the cleanest, hardest racing I think we've seen all season. And as much as I hate Pocono, I really enjoyed watching that. The boys put on a great show, and it was a lot of fun to watch. And I hope we get to see the same at Michigan.
I was just about to say the exact same thing for a track that we both despise as much as we do. This has got to be probably so far the highlight of the season as these guys took on the tricky triangle and they did so in great fashion. 70 lap race, we only had 2 cautions, and I mean, this is exactly what Diehard is, straight to the core. It's a great group of guys that have a ton of respect for each other. The racecraft is almost second to none unless you're a world class pro driver, and that actually doesn't mean jack because we've seen a lot of the guys in the Peak Antifreeze series cause some of the dumbest wrecks. So undoubtedly, we've got probably some of the cleanest drivers on all of iRacing in the league. Once again, if you guys want to be part of the action, we are accepting applications for both the JMR Outdoor Hero Hunt Cup Series as well as our Truck and Xfinity Series. So feel free to apply to either one of them. You can find us on the iRacing League directory. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. Is this is a prime example of what we do best. Long green flag runs, especially at tracks where you think it's going to be a dumpster fire or a caution fest, or it's just going to be follow the leader and we got one breakaway. But enough of that being said, we're going to get into tonight's results, and then we can get everybody out of here. But obviously coming home with the race win is the 75 of Robert Barris with his back-to-back wins, winning last week at Charlotte and now tonight at Pocono. Coming home in second, the 21 of Jason DeVries, the 77 of Seth Schultz third. That's a mouthful to say right there. Fourth goes to the 22 of Joshua Stewart. The 99 of Eric Mickey will take home fifth. The 38 of James Mullins, who we saw throwing out some power moves and our outside pole sitter tonight. He's going to come home sixth. The 28 of Adam Nowinski is going to bring it home seventh. The 10 of Todd Cray second. The 30 of Kyle Clenworth is going to bring it home ninth. Caleb Thompson in the 4 is going to round out the top 10. 76 of Josh Jones will be our 11th place finisher. The 16 of Elliott Butler 12th. The 56 of Christian DeBoer is going to bring it home 13th. 14th goes to the 84 of Brad Speidel. 15th to the 96 of Josh Gallagher. Caleb Finn in the 95 is going to bring it home in 16th. 17th goes to the 15 of Nolan Neiman, and the 87 of Sean Bradley did not start tonight's race. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the racing. I know me and Mike had a blast doing this, and we look forward to next week when we move on to Michigan because it's always fun there. The cars are doing 200 plus miles an hour going in the turns. So don't forget that every Sunday night you can catch us live on the iRacing portal at 7:15 p.m. Central Time, and Saturday nights We are live with the Cyber Racing Association's Homes Now Not Later Super Speedway Series. That goes live at 7:55 p.m. Central. As I believe we will be at, well, we'll either be at Talladega or Daytona, and it will be in the K&N cars. So make sure you guys tune in for that. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to stay reminded as to what's going on, go ahead and hit that bell so you get all the notifications. But that's going to do it for us, for everybody here at Diehard Racing League, JMR Outdoors, Diehard Live TV. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.